Welcome, guys, to the 5th episode of the podcast, 15-minute podcast. And we're here with Mike, Mad Mikey in America. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, good morning, Graham.
And good evening to Scott in Ireland.
Good evening, Graham.
Is he?
Good to see you once again.
Yeah, good to see you both as well. On a day of shocks at the Welsh Open, but we'll get there shortly. As we will go through any news items that you guys have seen today.
Nothing
is there any news?
No real news items. Mostly match results I've seen.
Okie dokie. So we'll get into I think we've got a fine show planned tonight. We've got the results from last night, today's results, talking about the last 16 that's coming up this evening, and then a little quiz and our prediction scores. All that to come up on today's show. So let's start off with last night. Result in the second round, because obviously it was the third round today. So here we are. Now, Judd Trump, of course, won last night. He beat Sai Jae-hul 4-2, and his highest break was 82. Trump was.
Frame 2.
It was frame 3, but Sai Jae-hul started off quite well, actually. He started off the better of the two, but Trump took control eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
His 28th consecutive best of 7 win.
Yeah, he was. He's flying along. He's Trump at the moment. At that moment, he's flying along.
Yeah.
You know, if nobody knows the outcome of Trump today, we'll save it for a little bit. Last night as well, Joe Perry beat Dylan Emery from 1-0 down, and he won 4-1 with a break of 75 from Perry.
No surprise there.
Yeah.
No shockers.
But good to see Dylan Emery, a young Welsh amateur, doing well on home soil.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's a Welsh-born player.
Yeah. Went 1-0 up. I thought there was a bit of a shock on the card there.
Well, but
Joe came through quite well. Mark Allen, your man beat Nigel Bond 4-2.
Good man, Mark. Very good night.
He got a high break of 93. Martin Gould beat Jimmy Robertson 4-0, which I thought was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. Well, Goldie can turn it on whenever he likes, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. And he got Gold got 128 in the opening frame. He did really well in that.
Good man, Mark.
Good century, yeah. David Gilbert beat Jamie Wilson 4-0.
No surprise there.
Indeed not.
Now, and Gilbert got 254 breaks in the first frame and the second frame.
Yeah.
So, yeah. John Higgins, a late night match for him. Late afternoon for you, Mike, yesterday, that was. But he was playing up until midnight against Wollaston and had a cracking game and won 4-3 in the end. But Mike, you featured that game.
Yeah, that was an excellent match. John was coming out. He was potting absolutely everything through 4 frames. Looked like he was gonna walk away with an easy win. But credit Ben Wollaston. He battled back. He won the last 2 and then forced a decider. And the decider, he got a 60. Let's see my notes here. He bagged a 68, and then he put John in a snookers required, and he missed a long green. He should have putted. Would have been end of match, and lo and behold, John gets the snooker, gets the points, and ends up clearing up the colours to win.
Speaking of John, how's that decider between him and Carter going, by the way?
I will check for you, Scott.
Yeah, of course, John Higgins and Ali Carter was 3-3 tonight.
Yeah, it's still playing in the decider.
Wow. Okay. That's quite that's good. So that was a great match there, Mike.
Yeah, it's worth a look. That was.
Okie dokie. Right, Scott Donaldson beat Gerard Green 4-2. Was he behind in that one? Yeah, last night.
I didn't see any of that one.
Okay, right. And he was that was 134 from Donaldson in frame 5.
Yeah, that was.
He's a.
Scott can score a bit.
You there, Scotty?
You can. Yes. Donaldson can score a bit.
He can. He did very well. Did you see any of that match, Scott, from last night?
I didn't manage to see that, no.
Okay. Anthony Hamilton got whitewashed against Yu Long. Yeah. No surprise there. No. And Yu Long, by the way, made 123 in frame 1, 160 in frame 3, and 132 in frame 4. He was rocketing away.
Unreplied.
Wow, what a performance.
Unreplied. And of course, my man McManus, I was a bit sad to see him go out last night. But I thought to myself, well, he's 3-2 down, and if he gets another frame back, then we could be here till 1 in the morning.
Yeah. Do you know he and Barry Pinches have the second longest frame in history?
I think today though, Gudong and Bing Tao had a very, very long frame, and we'll go through that from today as we go through today. But yeah, last night then, the predictions, guys, from last night, you'll be interested to know. When I find them there, because I did have them up at one point, but the predictions are looking a bit more favourable at the minute, a bit more readable out for me, I think. If I can remember rightly. Oh dear me, because I was absolutely going shocking in them. So Wednesday's predictions. Here we go. I think this is the one. Yeah. From last night then, guys.
Yep.
Scott got pretty much every one of them right apart from Graham Dott. He got Martin Donald, Anthony McGill, Barry Hawkins, Sean Murphy, Mark Selby, Ryan Day, Jack Laskowski, and Joe Perry. He was rocketing away yesterday. Yeah. Not very good for us, though. Mike, you got Stephen Maguire, Urson Bakker, Matthew Selt, Jordan Brown, Judd Trump, Mark Allen, and Kyron Wilson. But Sesler and Hill let you down. So you got 2 wrong.
Yep, 2 wrong.
And I got Joe Connor, Jack Jones, someone told me not to go for.
That was me.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, Yang Bing Tao, John Higgins, Joe Yulong, but John Wee, Ding Junhui, Gary Wilson, and Jamie Jones let me down. So
yeah,
right. So today's matches morning. We'll go for the morning first, of course.
Yep.
Martin O'Donnell lost to Pannocks 4-2.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. 110 Januks made in that. I'm sure. Am I saying his name right? Januks.
Which one? You talking about the Martin O'Donnell?
Pang, yeah.
Yeah. Pang.
Yeah.
Janju.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he made 110 in frame 6. Mark King knocks out Jack Jones, by the way, 4-2 this morning.
Yes.
Oh, dear me. Anthony McGill, I'm glad I had him yesterday.
That was a tough one to pick, though. That was 16 versus 17. So either way, it could have gone there.
Highest break was 72 by Jones. Hawkins beat McGill in a decider, 4-3. 107 from Hawkins in that frame. In the frame 2.
Yep.
Matthew Selt lost his first game against Maguire, 4-2. No real surprises there, I don't think. Maguire, he is on fire, isn't he?
Yeah. He's having a good run, the forward champion.
Doing very well.
Yeah, I
And,
agree.
and you both know what year he won the Welsh Open, of course, because I threw that one in last night.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes. 2013
it was.
Oh, 2013. I know Mike said 2006 last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember Scott finding us. It was 2013.
Yeah.
That was Stephen Lee won it in 2006, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was. There's too many numbers going on, Scott and Mike. Too many numbers for me at the minute. I've never worked so hard in my life. Jordan Brown beat Ursenbacher, your man, Mike.
Great match. Good match. Very close. It could have gone either way. But yeah, Jordan Brown's a good player as well. So
yeah, Mike, Scott's man, Brown.
Good man, Jordan.
Just a quick update. Ali Carter beats John Higgins 4-3.
Oh,
wow. Higgins has gone it all.
John
Wow,
Higgins.
that is incredible. Right, so we'll get onto that in a minute. Yeah, so Jordan Brown, by the way, made an 84 in that game against Ursenbacher.
Well
I don't know if it was decided.
Jordan.
Yeah. Mark Selby, this is another decider, beat Joe O'Connor 4-3.
Yep.
Yep.
And he
Two
made
Leicester
128.
in there.
Yeah. Selby made 128 in frame 2 and 124 in frame 7. So he was rocketing away there.
671 career centuries now then.
Yeah. He's rocketing. He's great, Selby. But he's not an all-time great, but we're not going into debate. We'll say
Not in Mike's opinion, he is in my opinion.
That's well, and I'm 50-50. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, as with that debate that's coming up down the line. Yeah. Mark Williams beat Joe Perry 4-2.
Well done, Mark.
And Williams got a 73 break there in frame 6
in the final frame. Yeah.
But the last game of the morning, which was absolutely brilliant, I thought was brilliant anyway.
What was that?
I covered the Yang Bingtao and Judong game.
Yeah, oh yes, 4-1.
And yeah, it's Judong started off with 113 in frame. Sorry, yeah, 113. No, 121. Sorry, in frame 1.
Okay.
And then he got 113 in frame 3.
Oh wow!
He kicked off. He did really well there.
Yeah.
To beat Bingtao did well to beat Gudon, I thought.
Yes.
It was a bit of a struggle. There was in frame 2 there was a really dogged battle on safety for a good 15-20 minutes, and there was some excellent safety played.
Oh, excellent! Yeah.
Excellent safety played from Gudon. Notably, he was the one trying to force Bingtao into a mistake, and he did. But Bingtao then eventually won the frame and led up the match. It was a really tough frame for him to win that one. Might have took a lot out of him as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yan Bintao's a good player. I'm liking him by the moment. The Masters might be just the beginning for him.
Within that match, we had our first re-rack of the tournament, Mike. As they were just tiptoeing around in frame 4, they were just tip-tapping at the pack, and there was a re-rack. So that was the first one of the tournament.
Okay.
And then the next frame, exactly the same thing happened as frame 2, where there was just incredible amount of safety shots played, snookers galore. It was just all over the place, that frame, but it was a good one. But it was going blow for blow with Bingtao, and he was really holding his own. And I thought, well, he's doing really well here. And then he got into frame 5, and again it was a long drawn out frame, and I felt sorry for him because he didn't do anything wrong. Gudon never did put a foot wrong in that last frame. He played a brilliant safety.
Yeah.
but it was just been tiled red. They just picked out a long red, and that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit of a shame. I did feel a bit of sympathy for Gudong there.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his matches. He's a good prospect player as well. I think he's what.
Yeah, I feel that he's definitely one for the future there.
Yeah.
And we've lost Scott. So shall we just carry on at the moment?
Sure, we'll wait until we can continue on, and then he can join in once he's back.
Okie dokie. Afternoon then. We've got
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, and the biggest shock of all. I hope Scott comes back in a minute. Yep. Ricky Walden, did he lose He lost 4-2 in the end, didn't he, to Lazowski?
Yes, Jack Lazowski beat him.
Yeah, 4-2.
Yeah.
Judd Trump lost. Wow, Judd Trump's out. Now, did you watch any of that match?
Yeah, that's the one I woke up to. I put that on first. And,
well, that was a shock awakening.
It was 2-1 for Trump, and I thought, oh, okay, no real surprise. And then to my great surprise, I don't know how do you pronounce his name? Vaheri?
Vahey, I think.
Vahey, he won the next 3 frames to eliminate him.
Yeah.
And first time in 28 matches that Trump's lost a best of 7. I think Kyron Wilson was the last guy to beat him in a best of 7 just before the lockdown.
Yeah. So it is an incredible result though, isn't it? When you think about it. Vahey, who is 34th ranked, it's quite a big result. It's quite an eye-opener because because it blows the race open for the title.
Yeah, no. I mean, who is now the man for the tournament?
O'Sullivan or Murphy?
Yeah, those are the 2 best for sure.
Yeah, I've just got a message here from Scott saying, "Can I come back?" Yes. So hopefully you can call him or can get him back in there and get him back into the discussion. Mark Allen has beat Scott Donaldson 4-3. Yep. 94th frame for Allen. By the way, Vahey made a 60 highest break in that match with Trump.
Yep, 60.
Yeah, 60.
Yeah, that's. It was a sluggish match. All the games were a little bit scrappy. Not Trump's style of play at all.
I've got to say, I didn't see much of the Trump match.
Yeah.
But Tom Ford knocking out Kyron Wilson. Wow. That's another one gone.
Yep, that's another surprise.
On a decider. And Wilson got 85 breaking that one. And Tom Ford is ranked 29th and beating Wilson. It's just, that's another eye-opener. So Trump and Wilson going out on the same day.
Yeah, that's the thing with these best of 7s though. On any given day, if you're not quite there or your opponent's good, it doesn't matter what they're ranked. If you don't have it, then you're gonna be out quickly.
Absolutely. If you're not on your fire, like that's why we're saying about some of these games, in the best of 7s, that they just don't know, like they don't warm up quite easily. That's the thing. If it was a longer drawn-out frame, like the world champs, like a best of 25, then you'd see the best of these guys.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Yulong, no surprise, beating Dave Gilbert 4-2.
Yulong, Gilbert. Yeah, no. I don't know. That was a tough one. David Gilbert's had a pretty decent season, but
yeah,
Joe Yulong, yeah, he's all right too.
Not a bad player at all. But Gilbert did take 101 from that frame, from that match in frame 3. So that's one thing to take away. I don't think he'll like me saying that though. He'd rather win the match. But
no kidding.
No surprise that Ronnie won today, another 4-0. That's 12 frames now without reply.
Yeah, we were just me and Scotty off air. We're talking about not counting Championships League. Who was the last guy to take a frame off of him in a tournament event, not Championship League?
That's a very good question.
It was John Higgins at the Masters.
Oh, was it?
That was when John knocked him out.
Oh,
That was the last guy to beat him in a tournament match.
that is,
In a frame. He's 12 in a row here.
yeah, and more to come.
More to come. Joe
Without a doubt.
Long,
Well, Joe Long tonight. Now, I'm thinking that's going to be a tricky one for Ronnie. I think he might lose a frame there.
Yeah, I think he loses the frame there. But I still pick him to win.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I still think he come through, but I think it's going to be a tighter match for him.
I mean, he had a 70, a 74, and a 138.
Yeah, 138.
I mean, that was just vintage stuff.
Sullivan, as usual.
Yeah, that was. He was. You can just tell he wants to get right the way through this.
Oh yeah, he's trying to shred it, mate. It's just, that's it. Just get through it, get it done. You know what Ronnie's like.
Yeah.
And of course, we've just heard from you that John Higgins has lost 4-3 against Carter.
Correct. Yep. Ali Carter. I haven't seen any of it. I just see the scoreline flashing.
And he plays Mark Allen. Right.
I gotta say Mark.
That's a little bit of a shocker to me. Higgins going out this early, I guess.
Yep.
But of course, I think he might be jaded from last night, in fairness. I think that took it out of him with Wollaston. And I think that's why he's lost the match, in fairness.
Yeah. I mean, I expected him to win, but I agree with your point that he's probably worn down a little bit from playing a long one last night and then a tough one with Ali Carter as well.
Yeah, another decider as well.
Yep, another decider. Lots of deciders.
Yeah, well, for Higgins, 2 deciders in a row. That is going to drain you. It is.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So tonight's match is then, Mike, we've got Mark Selby and Yang Bingtao.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that one. I think that could be good. Very entertaining.
That could be a very good match. Pang Zhanyu,
yeah.
Zhanyu, I still can't say it correctly. Beating Stephen Maguire, playing Stephen Maguire, sorry.
Well, that's Zhanju's ranked 80 something, 84.
Against,
I think probably the biggest mismatch of the round of 16, last 16.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, look at Fahey today.
But
if you look at that result, you think, well, anybody can beat anybody.
Okay, Fahey's 34 and Zhanju is 81, I think.
He beat Ding.
And Zhanju's 84, Maguire's 8.
But he beat Ding, who's at 9. So
Fahey is 34 against Mark Williams 14. But in any instance, I think Maguire and Williams should win.
I was just saying, I do agree with that point though, that Zhangju did beat Ding, who was at world ranking 9.
Oh, true. Yeah, absolutely. But as I've said, is that more a case of Ding or Zhangju? I mean,
I would go with Maguire's better than Ding.
Oh, absolutely, without question.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree that Maguire is a lot better than Ding. But again, it's one of them matches where it's one off.
Yeah, I know. These best of sevens, anything can really, really happen here. So, but
Jordan.
Sorry.
I don't think Scott's coming back in at the moment. So just carry on. Jordan Brown against Mark King. Interesting one.
Yeah, Jordan Brown. He's a good one. I like him. I'd probably take him to beat Mark King. I know King's been around a long time, and I know Jordan Brown's also an 80 ranked player. But I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah, that should be very, very interesting, I think.
Yep.
And we've got Sean Murphy against Barry Hawkins. Murphy should come with that. No, but the way Murphy's playing, I mean, I watched him against Ryan Day. Sorry, I missed that one. Sean Murphy was absolutely brilliant against Day today. He 4-1 win. And he got 133. That break was absolutely exquisite. That was one of the best breaks I've seen in a long time. And better than Selby's maximum attempt, I feel. The way he was keeping that ball on that cue ball on a string.
Yeah. Oh, I have to take a look at that one.
Just unbelievable cue action, timing, rhythm. Everything was just perfect in that one break. If you watch that break, Mike, you'll be blown away by that. It was stunning.
Yeah,
Stunning Murphy.
I would like to see a Ronnie Murphy final if it's possible at this point. I think they're both playing very, very high caliber.
Oh yeah, that would be a great final.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to pick a winner there.
No.
I'd love to see a decider as well. That would be awesome. Yeah. Decider, the black ball finish, the whole works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy that beat Trump today, he played Mark Williams, another toughie.
Yeah, well, I won't go with the upset there. Williams looked pretty good today as well. He beat Joe Perry. So I don't know. I could see Williams getting past through that one fairly comfortably. One upset, yeah, two in one day, maybe not.
Is it too much to ask? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you get.
But for Hay, though, he's going to that match on a high. He's going in there with momentum.
Yep. Yeah, I could see.
Williams has been there before. He's probably like, oh well, bring it on, sort of thing. You know what Williams is like. But that for Hay will be right up for it, I feel.
If Williams comes with that casual strain, you know how he's been a little bit different the last little while here. If he comes a little bit casual, then I could see he giving him a run for his money.
Yeah, I do. To be fair, interesting one with Lasowski and Tom Ford.
Yep.
That's another interesting one. Intriguing, really. Not sure. I would expect Lasowski to come through.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. Ali Carter against Mark Allen. Ali Carter's just been involved with that John Higgins match, so he might be a bit like,
Yeah, Mark Allen, I would say.
I think that's what Dominic Dale was saying earlier on. He was saying when you are playing in the morning or the afternoon, and then you go for a decider and you got to play in the evening, it's quite testing.
Yeah.
And, that could let you down a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's spot on that analysis.
And you Long against Ronnie, the match of the night, I think. That's going to be some match.
Yeah, I would. There's no reason to believe why Ronnie wouldn't just continue moving along here at a pretty brisk pace. Probably Long will get a couple of frames at the most, but Ronnie looks determined and focused and should be good for another quarterfinal appearance.
And I think he will make it myself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Might be the easiest match of the night to pick.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, but I do feel like there's going to be a couple of centuries maybe in that match. Yeah. I feel like, Long's definitely got a few in him, and Ronnie, as we know, can do it. So, it's good. I reckon it will be a 4-2-er.
Yeah, that's my thinking too.
Yeah.
Who do you like though, Selby or Jan? I'm just curious to know your thoughts here.
Selby or Jan?
This.
Watching Young earlier, he wasn't impressive.
Okay.
I don't think he was that good against Judon. Yeah, okay, he made a century, but I don't think that he was. I don't think he was on his game like we know we can play. So I think Selby. I think Selby's got the edge tonight, going into tonight.
Yeah, I look at these matchups, and if I look for one potential upset, I'd be leaning towards that one there.
Yeah, like I said, yeah. You going with Jan?
Yeah, I think if there's going to be an upset tonight, I mean, Mark King, Jordan Brown, Mark King, Carter, Allen, Jeonju, Maguire, Ford, Lasowski's pretty even. Murphy, Hawkins, there's no upset. Williams should win.
Having said that, Selby did come through a last round decider with O'Connor.
Oh yeah. If I'm picking an upset tonight, I'm going with Jan.
Okay. And Mark Williams, do you think he'll come through against Fahey?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've picked there. Scott's not here, but what I'll do is I'll go through our predictions for today.
Yeah.
So our predictions, you got Stephen Maguire.
Yep.
You've got Jack Ledowski and Ursenbacher let you down. So 2 out of 3 there, not bad.
But, yeah.
I got 2 out of 3 too. Selby, Hawkins and O'Donnell let me down.
Okay.
Yeah. Scott got 3 out of 3.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's got King, Murphy and Bintal. So yeah, he was oh dear.
Standings here.
The standings, yeah, the all-important league table. Well, I'm still bottom of it, to let you know.
Must be middle then.
16 right, 12 wrong, 18 points.
Okay.
Right, I think we've got to start again, Mike, to let Scott in, because I don't think it's allowing him to come back.
Okay, I will quickly jump out and then we restart.
Yeah.